Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CODEMAS. Today, let's briefly talk about the space complexity in C Sharp. Space complexity is related to how much space we need to execute our algorithm. It's expressed using the big O notation, usually, the same as for the time complexity. And of course, there are some common classes of complexity. Now let's take a look at a few examples to demonstrate some of the common classes of complexity. If we have some array of n elements, we need n places in memory. So it's big O of n space complexity. That means that if we have n is equal 10, we will need 10 places in memory. If n is equal 100, we will need 100 places in memory. If n is 1 million, we will need 1 million places in memory, and so on. Constant classes of complexity is if we have some input of size n, but we just do the job something like this. A is 1, B is 2, and sum is A plus B. So it doesn't matter how large n is, we will need only 3 places in memory. So it's constant big O of 1 space complexity. If we have some matrix, if n is equal 3, we will have 3 rows and 3 columns. So we will have 3 times 3 places in memory. If n is 10, we will have 10 times 10. And in general, if we have input of size n, we will need n square places in memory. So that is quadratic space complexity. Of course, in the following videos, we will dive deeper into the space complexity topics and we will explain in detail the space complexity for each solution. For now, it's just important to be aware that whenever we are creating a new object in memory, we need to reserve to occupy some places in memory, and it costs. Sometimes there need to be made a trade-off between time and space complexity, and it's always better to use the better time complexity because time is today much more expensive than the space. But when we can, we need to use as little space as possible. That's it for today's lesson on space complexity. I hope this video helped you clarify some concepts related to and important for space complexity. Keep practicing and see you tomorrow.